Hello everybody. Hey. Well, it's another beautiful day in Hensabah, Georgia. You know, since I've been back, now I want you all to keep in mind, most of our shopping, I say 95% of our shopping, we did at our local farmer's market, where you saw what you were getting. And I'll say at least 98% of the goods that was sold at the market were organic. We got our eggs from Carlo. He's basically organic. But I don't think eggs can be bioengineered. Well, actually they can after they break the shell and they do some weird shit with it. And the reason why I bring this up, I know for the past couple of years or decades, food has changed. I mean, if you go out and you catch yourself a wild salmon, and then you went to the market and you bought some salmon, just looking at the meat, you can tell the difference. The wild salmon, it's more brighter. And a supermarket or a farm-raised salmon, it's kind of like a dull orange, red, whatever you want to call it. And I was kind of thrown back when I was reading an article and it said that Chick-fil-A is using bioengineered chicken. Can't make that up. It just seems the food has like drastically changed. I mean, Philippines, yeah, they have their processed food like Jollibee and their hamburgers, and I am starting to question their chicken sandwiches. But you know, your average fast food restaurant, the hamburgers are over-processed. You can tell. You can tell just looking at it. You bite into it and then look at the meat. You're kind of like, sure, it looks a lot different when I cook my meat at home. When I cook a hamburger, I make a hamburger at home. Then we got Mr. Bill Gates talking about creating fake meat, bioengineered meat. I could tell you a little story. One time when I was on the road, I was a truck driver, I went into a chicken place, Purdue, in Virginia. And I went inside and I seen these, I don't know what the hell they were. They were hanging upside down, that little tiny heads with huge bodies. And I'm looking like, what is this? Because I was trying to make my way into the shipping office. And yes, I was going the wrong way. I had no idea where I was going. So most likely I wasn't even supposed to be where I was at, but there was nobody around to say, hey dude, what are you doing? But these chickens were hanging, I guess by their feet. And their little tiny heads with these huge bodies. When I finally found the shipping office, I asked them, I said, hey, matter of fact, I didn't ask the office people. There was a guy that was standing there and he looked like one of the workers because he had a hairnet on and he had a white coat with gloves. I said, hey man, can I ask you a question? He looks at me and said, what's that? And I said, I walked past where it had these chickens, or at least I thought they were chickens, hanging upside down with tiny heads with huge bodies. He says, how did you see that? I said, I got lost. And he goes, you weren't supposed to see that. I said, what is it? He goes, well, you're seeing it. because they usually use that for like chicken broth and other kind of stuff like that. He says them chickens don't even realize they're alive. He says, did you see the tube going into them? I said, yeah. And he goes, that feeds them. They get liquid diets. Then nothing solid goes into their bodies. And I was like, oh man. Because yeah, they don't even know they're alive. I said, well, how old are they? He says, they're not that old. They don't get maybe not even a year old, not even close to a year. I was like, wow. He goes, yeah. He goes, I try to stay away from that area. He goes, and you really shouldn't have been in that area. I said, I got lost. I was trying to find your shipping department. I went in the wrong door. I'm guilty. And he goes, all right, man. He goes, just don't say anything to them. I said, well, I'm not going to say anything. I was just curious what they were for. But I've noticed, like I said, through the generations, when I was growing up, I think the only thing that we ate that was processed was hot dogs, but they're good. All right? But nowadays, it seems like everything you eat nowadays is processed. Now, by law, they have to put on whatever you get bioengineered. If it is bioengineered. Man, it's getting hot. And I was just like, wow. And I noticed the difference in the foods by being in the Philippines and then coming back here. I noticed a big difference in the food. Like I have said before, you go in the Philippines at the market. We very, very rarely went to like the hypermarkets. They call them hypermarkets. It is what it is. Damn. Because number one, they were very expensive because you're buying Western. You can buy Man, I'm sorry. You can buy Western items and they're going to jack the prices up. So that's why we only spend, on the average, $30 a week for food for me and Miles and myself for the week. But I have noticed the difference. I mean, since I've been back, I think after I found out about Church's chicken, I used to love Church's chicken, the sandwiches. They were really good. But now, I find out that they're messing with that. I got enough problems. I don't need to add to it as far as achy joints. I don't need to add. I think that's one of the reasons why people have, achy joints, achy backs, achy elbows. Because I think a lot of your inflammation, big word, is due to what we're eating. Yeah, it's hot, man. Hot and humid. Well, I'm in Georgia. What do you expect, right? I think it's due from what we're eating. I mean, look at kids nowadays being diagnosed with autism, AD, ADHD, and other crazy stuff. We didn't have that when we were growing up. We didn't have all that going on. I mean, how many times have you gone to the supermarket and you pull something, you get something, you look at it, and you look at all the ingredients in it, and you're like, God damn. They got so much stuff on there that they put in that food, and you're like, okay, I want chicken nuggets. Why doesn't it have chicken, batter, breadcrumbs? There you go. That's chicken nuggets. And maybe if you get it spicy, maybe Cajun, some type of spicy powder, cayenne powder, or black pepper or whatever. I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. And then, like I said, kids are coming down with stuff that was like, yeah, they were heard of, but not like they are now today. They say 1 in every 4 or 5 families they'll have a child that's either autistic or AD or ADHD. I mean, I think the only one that really cares, as far as political wise, is Mr. Kennedy. I know a lot of people don't like him, and okay, I respect that. Me, he never did anything personally to me, so, you know, the guy's in shape. He's in his 70s, and the guy's in good shape. So he's doing something right. Yeah, he had an addiction. All right, he had his battle, and by the looks of it, he won. So I'm not gonna judge him on that. I mean, he's trying to fight this stuff, but he's getting resistance from other people. I put moisturizer lotion on my face over 2 hours ago. Sweating, it's getting in my eyes. I'm sorry, man, I apologize. But what do you think? When you gotta look at a packaging and it has all these ingredients where you need a freaking degree in either a doctor or a scientist or whatever to understand exactly what they're telling you, and there's words on there that you try to pronounce, and you're like, oh, I don't know, I give up, you know. It's just I noticed the difference, man. That's why I eat, on the average I eat between 4 to 6 eggs per day, not at one time, per day, because they can't mess with eggs hard, you know, in a shell. They can't mess with them. Now my healthy meals, I don't know, probably has something in there. I don't know. I don't think I want to know. But if you go out and get a chicken at the store, who knows what the hell they're putting in that? Injecting it with steroids and everything like that. If you see a chicken in the Philippines, okay, God, a chicken in the Philippines, it's already been taken care of, you know, and a chicken that you get in the supermarket here, you'd be like, what? The chickens in the Philippines are much smaller. The turkeys in the Philippines are much smaller. Bananas, you should see the bananas. Well, I showed it on videos before. The bananas was much small, but I'll tell you, they got a lot of taste to them. A lot of taste. The eggplants, they ain't these huge ass things. They're a lot smaller. The only problem is if you buy organic, you're going to pay for them. So you got to weigh it out. If I buy organic, will it give me a better quality of life, or is it just not worth it? It's up to you. You know, you all make up your own minds. And is it truly organic? Because the way they fudge regulations and the way the wording on them, at the end of the day, you're like, is this really organic? Is this truly organic? I don't know. I'm starting to question that. I think the only organic food you can get is probably from the Amish. I was in Illinois one time, I had natural milk. I only had a little bit of it. It was being sold roadside, a bunch of Amish people. It tastes nothing like the milk that you buy in the store. Number one, did you know they put sugar in milk that you buy in the store? I didn't know that. They put sugar in milk. So they enhance the flavor. Milk, I have seen milk that you buy, like from the Amish, it's a little bit thicker. You know, this is just my opinion, man. How do you feel? Do you feel that a lot of like people my age, I'm 62, do a lot of you feel that a lot of your aches and pains are caused by the food that you're putting in your body nowadays? Because of inflammatories? I don't know. I don't know. Most likely, yeah. I mean, Miles made everything. I mean, if she asked me, hey, you want to have some you want a chicken sandwich? I said, yeah, where you want to go? She goes, no, I'll do it here. She would actually take the meat off the bone of a chicken. There was nothing ever processed. Well, the hot dogs, but I don't eat very much of them, the hot dogs. But most of the time, Mucky eats hot dogs. He likes hot dogs, man. What can I tell you? Mimi don't. I don't get that. So I just want you to think, man, what do you think? Do you think the foods that we're putting on our body today is garbage? It's just straight up garbage. So I'm going to let you all go. I'm at the end of my trail. Talked a little bit too long, longer than I wanted to. Give me your opinions, okay? Give me your opinions. I like to know where people's heads are right now. And if you like this video, can you give me a thumbs up? If you're not subscribed, hey, can you subscribe? I would appreciate it. And I will talk to you later. Man, my eye's burning. Bye for now.